Kind of gets deep in a hurry. Whoa. Bit of a drop off there. Hey, it's Chris, the Midwest Bass Hunter. Went out and did a little fishing today. A while back, I bought some chest waders and went out and used those today for the first time. That was pretty fun. So check out this video. When the video's done, stay tuned. We'll talk about how we targeted these fish and what we did to catch these fish today. Well, they're not leaking yet, so that's good. This feels weird because it feels like I'm getting wet, but I'm not. It's just cold. There we go. Whoa! Oh, that's a big fish. No! Golly! That was a freaking 5-pounder. Well, he's not a 5-pounder, but he'll do. Yeah. There we go. First ever fish while waiting. Nice. There's another one. A little dink. Eating the wacky worm. Okay, these bass are the smallest bass I've ever seen. Holy cow. Yeah, you ever fish with this? Wacky worm? Real good in the springtime. Look at this. Oh, it's a giant. Woo! It's a pretty good catch.
Yep.
It fought hard.
Yeah, I think we definitely need more. We could go like Ryan said, river trout fishing. Be like, no, that's like me and you. Or
Oh, there's a fish.
plucked him through the air.
The old hook set got him pretty good there. He ate it.
I was like, oh, he didn't get it because it's flashed like just like.
All that big fish I lost, now all I can catch is these dinks. Every one I've released, they swim right into my legs.
That's funny.
I'm so good at getting it stuck. Are you gonna catch one more out of here? Your old spots. Oh. Robbed. I just missed one. Right under that tree. He ate it, but he only ate the worm. I set the hook and he just kept the worm. Little thief. I'm gonna catch him now. Here we go. It's on. See any fish there? I felt it. It goes tick, tick, tick. And I set the hook and there he is. Oh, I threw the worm. Come here. Best one of the day. Finally, a somewhat decent one though. After missing that big one, all I caught is little dinkers.
Awesome.
Now, where'd my worm go? He just threw my worm. I'm sure I could do it, but see, they're in that shade. See, with all the sun today, these bass are just hiding up in the shade a little bit. Under this brush and trees and stuff. There's probably 7 or 8 of them under there. Well, I can't really get to them all that well. I'm trying to skip it under there. All right, so what do we do to catch these fish today? Well, we kind of targeted laydowns, pieces of wood that have fallen into the water for whatever reason. They are really good for holding fish, especially ones that are horizontal. So a horizontal branch in the water or something like that, it's going to be an excellent spot for bass to hide, as well as other fish that bass are going to eat. So really good to target laydowns in lumber in general. I like to do that. So what I was doing today, and it's spring up here, so the water's still pretty cold. You know, early spring. We're talking probably 58-degree water at best, which was amazing. I thought it'd be a lot colder in my waders, but it wasn't that bad. Actually, it felt pretty good. So kind of slow things down. I could be in there throwing a spinnerbait in there or crankbait and bouncing it off the wood, but I've had some good luck lately with fishing with a wacky rig, so that's what I tried again today. So I used 2 different worms. I used this worm. This is a Zoom trick worm. These are great, awesome worms to fish with. You can just Texas rig them or put them on a drop shot or a shaky head. Also, I use them with a wacky rig. So I use that. And then I also use this as stick bait or a Senko This is a Strike King version shimmy stick in baby bass color. I caught one fish on this, and I caught all the other ones on this lure. So this is the one I used most of the day. So what I like to do with this for my wacky rig, first thing I do is I just rip a little bit off the end. So I just pull a little bit off of there just to just shorten it up, not very much at all, and then it gives a nice flat spot to put your weight in. So I like to weight this wacky rig, and I use this is a finishing nail. I don't know how easy you can see this, but it's just a tiny little nail. And you can use other things. They make weights or whatever, but finishing nails are cheap. Go to the hardware store, get 100 of them. You just take it in and push it in the end of the worm. In one end of the worm. That's all you got to do. And then you take that, fold that in half, just like that. And I got a finesse wide gap hook, like a drop shot hook. It works pretty good. You can use whatever hook you want for a wacky rig. I mean, you could use a regular offset worm hook would be just fine. But I like to use these finesse wide gap hooks. Gamakatsu makes them. And so I'll just fold that worm in half and then poke my hook through there. And there you go. There's your wacky rig. So the reason we put that weight in there, the weight's in this end, and what happens when the worm falls, when you're pulling it through the water and then you stop pulling it through and it falls, it will fall nose down and just be straight up just like this. And that really seems to help catch fish. You don't have to weight it. You can just not have the weight in there, and then it'll fall. It'll be a little bit more horizontal when it falls. But I like to put that weight in there. It seems, I've tried it both ways. I seem to have better luck with it this way. So make sure you check out my giveaway video. You still have time to get entered. Lots of time. We're going to pick the winners for that video on May 17th. So make sure you get subscribed, get entered into that. So you have a good chance to win some stuff. So, all right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.